So the Donald Cant Corke Scholarship was established in 2016, aligning with the organisation's 50th anniversary celebrations, and has been offered every year since. The scholarship offers $7,500 in financial assistance to either a construction management or project management student. We're here today with Grace, who was secured the 2017 scholarship, but also separately the Donald Cant Corke internship. Hi Grace.
Okay.
So let's start with the basics maybe.
Yeah.
What program are you currently studying?
So I'm currently studying the Bachelor's of Applied Science in Construction Management, and I'm in my third year.
Great. So do you think you could tell us a little bit about your interview and application process with your scholarship?
Yeah.
So looking at things like what you feel you did well,
Yeah.
looking back, and maybe some of the things you think you could have done better as well.
Yeah. So for me, I found the interview and application process really straightforward. So for the application questions, I found that they were quite personal. So it was very much about your experiences and what you thought. And as for what I think I did well, I think I really took my time with those questions and like thinking through them and making sure that I answered it based on my actual experiences. I wish I would have prepared for the interview a bit better, I think, just because like from now I've learnt very much, especially working, that you need to prepare for every meeting, every interview, every discussion. So yeah, I wish I'd sort of thought about the interview process a bit more and prepared a bit better for that.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
some great tips for the students.
Yeah.
And perhaps looking at the internship program,
Yeah.
if you could tell us a little bit about your experience there, so what you've learnt so far, what you're doing,
Yeah.
and maybe what your favourite part is.
Yeah. So for the internship process, so it's a cadetship program, so it's a cadet program. So I work directly under a company director, and also I've been appointed a mentor who helps me every couple of months. We meet up and we have a discussion about how I'm going. So yeah, it's been really good in the sense that I've been exposed to so many different sectors of the construction industry. I've been part of residential projects, commercial projects, all the different types of projects. And yeah, it's been really good applying what I learn in uni weekly and every semester, and applying that in a real world situation. Yeah, so I think that's probably my favorite part, like getting to apply what I've learned, and it's not just theoretical, and having that as practical as well in the industry. So yeah, that's been really good.
Definitely, it sounds like it's a great opportunity
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
So maybe if we go back to the scholarship again, how do you feel that, if you could tell us a little bit about how maybe that's assisted you so far?
Yeah, so my fees are Commonwealth supported, but I don't have access to HECS. So it's really helped me sort of take that financial burden when it comes to the fee, so I can, right from the start of semester, I'm focused on studying and work and balancing that. And yeah, just doing my best in those two things rather than sort of being worried about how fees are going to work out throughout the year. So that's been the best way it's helped me.
That sounds like it's definitely worthwhile.
Definitely.
So maybe if you could tell us a little bit about what you think, why should future students apply?
Yeah, so I really think that if you have sort of a passion for the industry, if you want to learn the intricacies of the industry, what goes on in the background that you might not hear much about at uni, just because there's a lot of content that's being learned and taught. I think it's just such a great opportunity to have that exposure. It's a great opportunity to get to talk to people that have been in the industry for years and years, and they're so willing to teach you and like pour into you, and just you have pretty much access to unlimited knowledge. And yeah, so it's been really good in that sense, and I really think that if any student wants to have that experience and come out of uni feeling a bit more confident, it's such a great opportunity for them.
Great. And if you could tell us a little bit about, what you may have already covered,
Yeah.
about why you yourself applied,
Yeah.
what it attracted you to Donald Cant Corke,
Yeah.
maybe both the scholarship and the internship.
So for the scholarship, it was definitely the financial support. That was something that was really big for me coming into the year, so it was a massive help for me in that regard. And just with the internship, it's been really good for experience, which is what I was very focused on, because I didn't want to leave uni feeling like I had all this knowledge but I didn't know how to apply it. So for me, I've really learnt how to like implement what I've learned in the real world. So yeah, that's something that attracted me to the cadetship, and they're a company that are really willing to grow young people and young professionals in the industry. And yeah, even with the mentoring program, like just hearing about that and how the program is quite tailored to the individual and working around uni as well. So yeah, that just really attracted me, and that's something that I've really enjoyed.
Yeah, sounds excellent. Well, if you could also maybe give some advice to students that are considering applying.
Okay. I would say be honest from the start. Be honest about your experiences. Be honest about your opinions and what you think and what you're interested in from the start, because that will just help you sort of progress in the path if you do get the scholarship and if you do become part of the company. And also, like I said before, prepare for the interview, think about questions, and don't be scared to ask questions in the interview. Like I know for me personally, I asked about why diversity was important to the company, and I got a really good answer back as to why they were passionate about that, and they really understood the importance of having diversity. So that's something that just made me more reassured about being part of the company. So don't be scared to ask questions. Be honest, and also talk about your strengths. Like capitalize on those and what you've done well in the past, and also talk about your weaknesses, but how you manage them and how you overcome them. So yeah, I think that's
definitely some excellent advice there. So also, if you could tell us a little bit about how this exercise, so both applying for the scholarship but also the internship or cadetship that you've been part of, how that's prepared you think, for your future career.
Yeah, so I feel a lot more confident going into the industry. I think entering uni, I felt very lost. And I felt like compared to others around me, I didn't really know what was going on. So I definitely feel a lot more confident going into the workforce after university. And also it's helped me grow a lot of my network connections and professional connections. And yeah, just getting to work very much on my communication skills, on my management skills, and learning to work autonomously as well. Like, I think it's really good that the company, you're given help and you're given the opportunity to work under people, but you also have the chance to work alone and manage your time by yourself. So it's really helped me develop that, timing myself and managing myself. And yeah, I think just being confident is probably the most things, and knowing how to apply what I've learned in a real world situation.
Great.
Yeah.
And what would you say, do you have any information or stories extra that you'd like to share with us? Anything exciting?
I think the most exciting things have definitely been just learning how different every single project can be and how much consideration has to be put in every project. Like learning the difference between being part of a health project in a hospital and seeing how many things they have to consider, but then being part of a project that was based on mental health, and you'd think they were both health, but they're just so different in things that have to be considered. So I think just learning the variety and how different people work on different things. And also there was a certain subject in uni that a lot of people struggled with, and a lot of people struggled with understanding, but it was just second nature to me because that's what I did at work every day. And for a lot of other subjects, it's been like that for me. A lot of complex ideas, because I get the chance to implement them daily, it's not as difficult for me to grasp and work on them.
That's excellent, definitely. And basically the other things, how did you feel that your studies have prepared you for this, so sort of on the other side of the coin there?
Yeah, so I feel like learning at RMIT and studying here, it's really helped me with having that theoretical backing going into the industry, but also expecting how it's going to be applied practically, knowing the terms, knowing how what people are going to expect from you when you do go into the industry. So I think RMIT has been really good at teaching that and preparing us for the industry, and also doing what they can to getting to see different sites and getting to apply. Pretty much everything we do is practical, and it's applied to a building that you see daily or different projects that are ongoing. So yeah, being prepared for that, I felt quite prepared going into the industry once I was in the workforce, and I was like, oh, okay, I've heard this term at uni, we've learned about this. So I think RMIT was really good in doing that.
Great. And if you could perhaps finish the sentence, I love what I do because...
Probably because I have a passion for it, first of all, and also it's just different. Everything you do is different. No project is ever the same, and you get to talk to so many different people with so many different experiences. So yeah, that's why I love it.
Great. And just one more question.
Yeah.
You've probably covered it a little bit already, but what inspired you to study the path that you've chosen, so construction management, and why did you choose RMIT?
Okay, so for me, I have quite a lot of family in construction, but they're very architecture and engineering based. But I very much enjoy collaborative learning and working in teams and working in groups. But also I did have a passion for construction and buildings and infrastructure. So finding the course on the RMIT website, I remember the moment I found it and I was just like, that's it. Like, it was just very much what I wanted to do. And I chose RMIT just because we have a really good reputation for teaching really construction-based subjects quite well. And also, my mum did go to RMIT, so she had a lot of good feedback on how it was structured. So I felt quite comfortable and confident choosing RMIT.
Sure. Well, thank you for coming today and for sharing your experience with us, Grace. Yeah. So the scholarship applications are open now, and there are job opportunities open as well. So visit the RMIT website, read up on the scholarship and apply now.